second half to play.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. They'll try the right side with Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen sliding out of the pocket. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Fields. And Sanders has got it complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Montgomery. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Second and short now following the fumble. From the gun, here's Fields. And that's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Rolling to his left. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Jones again. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And that's complete to Jesse James. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A first down and then some for Montgomery. And all the way up to the 46. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Fields. And this one too low. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Allen. Flushed out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And my goodness, another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll try again with Jones.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. To throw is Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Looking deep for Adams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are right back in this football game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon NFL on EA Sports.